Hey guys, how's it going? Happy Canada Day to all my fellow Canadians out there. And today I thought I would just show a few pretty killer Canadian bands and some albums, some lesser known ones, maybe some more obscure ones, and some classics as well. So, all right, let's do it. First up, you got to have one of these in your list. It's their Canadian icon. I could have went with any of the first 3, 4, 5, but I only have this one on vinyl, so I decided to go with this one because I only got 2 vinyl on this list. The rest are all CDs. So I went with this one, Anvil, Pounding the Pavement. Great album. It's Anvil. You know what you're gonna get with these guys. They don't variate much, but it's always killer. It's always really good stuff. This one, I believe, it's been a while since I pulled it out, but I'm pretty sure it's orange vinyl. No, I was totally wrong. I thought it was orange. Definitely not orange. Kind of a white with some interesting streaks in it. And I'm assuming they're both the same. Really cool heavy duty insert with lyrics and stuff on each side. And yeah, the other one is the same. So Anvil, Pounding the Pavement. Yeah, if you haven't heard it, just check it out. If you like Anvil, you're gonna love it. If you don't like Anvil, skip it. But yeah, everything's good on it, I think. Bitch in the Box, Doing What You Want, Pounding the Pavement title track's really good. Rock that shit. And they do. They do rock that shit. So that's that one. And here's another Canadian icon, and I kept this in the sleeve so you can see how much I paid for this. I bought this quite some time ago, maybe 15 years ago or so, back when vinyl was almost free. Exciter, Violence and Force, $5.95 is what I paid for that. So it's almost free. Everybody knows this album, it's a classic. It's just on regular black. Don't really need to say anything about it. Exciter, Violence and Force, Canadian icon. They are. Okay, here's I'm showing 2 albums by this band because they're just that good. They don't exist anymore, but there is a later incarnation of them that does exist currently and still going. The Goathorn, Storming the Gates. This is their second album. Came out in 2006, I think, or 2003. Who the hell knows? Yeah, maybe 2003. Anyway, Storming the Gates. This thing is just phenomenal. Bottom to top, start to finish. Every song is just wicked. And the Sacrifice cover, Reanimation, they just totally kill that. They just destroy it. It's so awesome. As you all know, Jason DK is the vocalist here, and he's doing Cauldron now. But yeah, everything on here. There's a video for Rotten Roll. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely check it out. Awesome video. Storming the Gates, Goathorn. And I had to show this, because this was the final thing Goathorn put out. It was the Threatening Force EP. This one came out in 2005. So yeah, 2006. 3. I think they broke up in 2006. That's what happened. They used to play here every year. Like, probably seen Goathorn like 6 times. It was awesome. But yeah, last time I saw them, they were selling these, and then a little while later, I guess a few months later, they broke up. But anyway, same guys there. And this is just a phenomenal EP. That song, Right Heavy Metal, if you've not heard that song, you've got to check it out. It is just absolutely phenomenal. They totally kick ass. Goathorn, Threatening Force. So going that into this, Cauldron. This is Into the Cauldron, their first EP. These 5 songs were going to go with these 5 songs and was going to be the next Goathorn album, but they broke up before that happened, so this became the Cauldron EP. So, yeah. I think Steel Rider and Jason DK did this, or started in this anyway. Steel Rider, I don't know how long he lasted, but. Oh, it does say Al Chambers on this one. Anyway. That's it anyway. Phenomenal. The Striker Strikes Into the Cauldron is just phenomenal. So if you have never heard those, you've only heard like newer Cauldron stuff, definitely go back and check that out. They were definitely heavier, more thrash oriented back then than they are now. Now they're just kind of like straight up traditional heavy metal style, which is still amazing, still awesome, love it. But they were a little heavier back then. So this one is playing in the background. I don't know if you hear, I got it turned up pretty low, but the band is called Existential Dissipation. The album is Cesspool of Remnants. It's just, this thing is brutality at the max. This is full on brutal death metal. I'm not sure what year this came out, since it doesn't say, but yeah, phenomenal, brutal ass death metal album. So good. If you love the brutal, the extremely brutal, check them out. They're really good. Existential Dissipation. And keeping with the heavy, it's another brutal death metal band, Goreworm. These guys are just phenomenal as well. What's this one called? Prodigy of the Grotesque. It's really good too. I actually got a flag up here for their album previous this, Path to Oblivion. I don't know if you've ever seen it. I don't know if I've ever showed that actually, but anyway, Goreworm. Phenomenal, brutal death metal Canadian band. These guys are just great. If you haven't heard them, definitely check them out. Abolish Mankind is a great track. Ditch Pig, awesome. Grave for the Traitors. Yeah, it's just all brutal. It's all good. It's another awesome death metal band out of Ontario, Bastard Son. This one is called The Dark Hand. Yeah, The Dark Hand. I believe this was 2019. I believe this is their debut. I think they are. I think I saw currently they're working on new stuff. So hopefully sometime soon, because this one was just phenomenal. It was really good. Yes. There we go. It's inside. Also came with a photo or sticker of the album cover. That's really cool. So, Bastard Son. If you've not heard, check it out. It's some wicked death metal as well. Now we're going back, way back to the early 90s. This is a band a lot of people, I don't know, just never heard of or passed them by or whatever, and it's a shame because, you know, they were very good. Thrashy, technical, speedy, they just had it all. Disciples of Power, Ominous Prophecy. These guys are just, they were it. They were just amazing. I don't know why. Maybe it's where they're from Canada. I don't know. They just didn't seem to hit that level of popularity. But say if you have this, you know what kind of a rager this album is. If you haven't heard it, you should definitely look it up. It's really good. It's 1992, Fringe Records. Not much special on the inside, but yeah. Disciples of Power. So keeping with that, I have 2 of their albums, so I wanted to show the other one as well. And this one's called Invincible Enemy. This one is just as good. That one's probably just slightly better, but it's, you know, you're splitting hairs. This one is amazing as well. Ominous Prophecy, this one was 93. Again, this is a wicked album. Ejecticide, Afterbirth, the song Invincible Enemy, Infected by Science. Just absolute rager album here. If you've not heard Disciples of Power, it's something to dig into. You will not regret it. Now going for something a little more local. This is from the East Coast. I've showed these guys before and talked about them many times. They deserve every accolade that they can get because they are just that good. Discord out of Moncton, New Brunswick. Corruption of Innocence. This thing is just it explodes your mind, breaks your neck, rips your flesh, you know, all the things that I normally say. Order of the Assassin, that is my favorite tune on this. Every one of them just totally slays, but Order of the Assassin, I just love that riff, and the vocals in that are just, the vocals are phenomenal anyway, but yeah, it's just so good. So I have I reviewed this on my channel there a while back. I think I put it in a playlist of reviews or something. And if you look back, there's also a couple videos, live videos that I've posted from these guys, so you can see them live. And yeah, they just totally kick ass. So if you've not heard Discord, definitely go check them out. They are phenomenal. You won't regret it. And staying in Moncton, New Brunswick, it's a band called Zom. These guys are phenomenal as well. These guys are like full-on doom, like I think they call themselves Middle Eastern mantra doom, but you know, it's all doom. It's really seen them live 4 times, maybe 5 times, something like that, and they just bring it every time. Every time it's just it's a sight to behold watching this. They're that good. So again, if you've not heard Zom, definitely check them out. This is the Oracle album. I think this was I believe this was the first one, 2014. Yeah. So yeah, they don't have many songs, but everyone they have is killer. So yeah, if you've not heard Zom, definitely go check them out. You won't regret it. If you like doomy stuff, you like real, like full on, you know, slow, proddy doom, definitely give them a listen. You won't regret it. Riotor, Death and Destruction, fucking metal, Death and Destruction. This is just a thrash. This is just a full-on thrash assault, start to finish. These guys are totally amazing. I don't know. It's the only one I got by them. It has their first 2 demos in 2007, 2008 on it. It's the only thing I have by them, unfortunately. I'm not sure exact. I think there's. I'm not sure. I think there's a full album after this, but I don't have it. I definitely need to get it. But if you've not heard Riotor, definitely check them out. You know, if you like filthy, dirty, full-on thrash, you're gonna love it. These guys bring it. Yeah, it's all good. Check that out. I think they're from Montreal. Definitely from the province of Quebec. I believe it's Montreal. Now here's some classics coming up here. These are all classic bands. This band, I had a hard time deciding on which album, so I said, screw it, I'm going to show both. So, first we got Sacrifice for Determination. Everybody knows that this thing shreds flesh, breaks necks. Everyone knows this. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Finally got to see them live there a few years back in Moncton, and they did not disappoint. Totally amazing and wicked awesome dudes. But yeah, you all know this. If not, you definitely know the song Reanimation, and if you don't, you need to check it out, like, immediately. So anyway, Sacrifice for Determination. And the other one was Soldiers of Misfortune. I just couldn't decide which one I enjoyed the most. Maybe that one. I don't know. But this one is just so good as well. Like the opener, As the World Burns, just forget about it. And then they got that wicked video for Soldiers of Misfortune. So that's that. Sacrifice, Soldiers of Misfortune. Another one of the big Canadian ones, Razor. I picked this one because I believe this was the first one with the new vocalist, Rob. It's Rob, right? Bob, with Bob Reed. I think it's freaking amazing. Miami, Electric Torture, Meaning of Pain, Shotgun Justice, Violence Condoned, United by Hatred, and everybody knows the song American Luck. It was a pretty good video, actually. I enjoyed it. So I believe this was the first one with Bob. Bob, right? Bob. Keep saying Bob or Rob. Bob. So yeah, phenomenal album. Yeah, I think I would have to go with the Sheepdog Era as well as my favorite, but definitely no disappointment here. It's totally awesome. Don't remember if I showed the inside or not, but so here we go. Malicious Intent. I picked this one because, you know, everybody picks Evil Invaders, so I went with this one. You know, say any of the first 3, 4 are just, you know, totally insane. But the opening track on this, Tear Me to Pieces, that is probably one of the most brutalest songs, thrash songs, like, ever recorded. That thing is just intense. So if you've not heard Tear Me to Pieces, you got to check that out. It is, you know, it'll do all the stuff. All the stuff. Goosebumps, it'll do all of it. Anyway. Cataclysm, In the Arms of Devastation. They got a lot of great albums, but this is definitely my favorite one. This is the tour that I saw them on, so it's probably why it's my favorite. They play a lot of songs off this. The best song I think ever, Crippled and Broken. If you've not heard that, you got to check it out. Just the riff in that is just mind-bending. I absolutely love the riff. The song is just so amazing. They got a video for it too, so if you haven't seen it, it's a good way to hear it. Just check out the video. Cataclysm, Arms of Devastation, 2006. Just phenomenal. So every song on here is great, but Crippled and Broken, that's the shit. And lastly, you probably figured out what the band is. Annihilator. I went with metal because I absolutely love this album. You know, I could have went with, you know, any of the first 3, 4, you know, they're all good. I've not heard one that I didn't like, actually. They're all great. But this one here, I don't know. I just love it. I haven't heard Metal 2. I haven't heard the re-recording of it, so I'm not sure what that's like. But the original is just phenomenal. My 2 favorites are definitely Downright Dominate, Army of One. Those 2 are just, those 2 are off the hook. Those songs are amazing. It's Annihilator, metal. So I'll have to delve in to Metal 2 just to listen to it and see what it's like, but it's 2007. But anyway, Annihilator, metal. So that's quite a few. Hopefully you found something there that you never heard of before, and you check them out because they're really amazing. So that's my Canadian bands for Canada Day. But this is late in the day when I'm doing this, so probably it won't be up until July 2nd. Realistically, with my internet speed, yeah, it won't be up till tomorrow. So yeah, like, what the hell? I can't believe I forgot one of the greatest bands in Canadian history. Like, what the hell was I thinking? Anyway, Voivod, Dimension Hatros. I went with this. I could have went with really any of them, but I went with this one because I haven't played it in quite some time, and you don't really hear a whole lot about this particular album. And it is really phenomenal. I love this album, even though it's been a while. The Tribal Convictions, Chaos Mongers, two epic tunes right there. You might say phenomenal tunes. Really, really good. 1988, I believe this was, yeah. So, Dimension Hatros. I'm missing quite a few Voivod, and I really gotta work on that. And I decided to pick a second Voivod album, one with Eric Forrest, the Eric Forrest era. This one's Negatron. This one's 1995. Really good album as well. Insect, Project X, Nanoman, Negatron, the title track, Planet Hell. I mean, you gotta, the Snake era, Snake's back, it's, awesome. But this one actually is really good. Pretty heavy, it's pretty fast. That's what I'm listening to at the moment, because it's been quite a while since I played this as well. Once I realized I forgot Voivod on this list, I just I was like, okay, gotta listen to some Voivod and redeem myself. So hopefully this was a good redemption for missing them on the list. Now they are on the list. Voivod, Dimension Hatros, Negatron. Two great albums. You can pick any Voivod album really, but that was my two picks. So now, have a great day, and we'll see you next time.